Hello again, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to do a quick video about the Predator series. Because a new Predator film coming out as a film this, the Shane Black one, which is out about 2 weeks from this recording. So now you're getting all the trailers. So I like Predator, so I thought I would just watch the old ones again because they're fun. And so I'm talking about the Predator films themselves. I'm not talking about Alien vs Predator because they're crap. They're just, why bother with them? They're just crap. So I'm just going to focus on the three Predator films. Okay, the first thing to be said about Predator is it's a perfect example of how to make a B movie. I mean the whole series is a B movie, but Predator itself is like a perfect B movie. I mean the idea is strong enough to get to carry it, but it's not a great original idea. It's just a cool idea, which is a alien game hunter comes and hunts humans rather than us hunting animals. That's it. I mean there's nothing else to it. I mean, there's nothing to the film beyond that simple premise. But it's how it's done that's so good. Because they hired John McTiernan just before he did Die Hard. This is his film before Die Hard, so this was his first big studio film. And he had a lot to prove. And what he did was he actually really went in detail with his camera work and used the camera work to tell the story. So what could have been a very basic story of Arnold Schwarzenegger and his people getting killed in the jungle became this stylistic movie of watching people go one by one, but it's very interesting to see the interaction, see how they go, because the jungle itself becomes like a character. It's a thing that's oppressing them, and the style of it always keeps the danger of the jungle, and the predator hiding in the jungle is always there, and the moves are always going up and down and around. So the camera work's never hacky, it's always moving, it's always got a direction. So all the shots actually have a purpose. And the big thing in action movies is most action movies do not have purpose in their shots. And McTiernan always does films with purpose. I mean pretty much from Predator till the Thomas Crown Affair, his movies in there apart from Medicine Man all are pretty decent. There's always a lot of good stuff in them. You know, because he's such a good craftsman. After that he kind of lost a little bit, but he had a good 13-year period where he was delivering really good mainstream films, and they were always shot really well. And this one is one of his best ones. This is just like delightful, just the way it's shot. Because I mean, he starts in sound shots. He starts on the ground and goes all the way up, and he's moving the camera. I just seen the after effects of the Predator, and the bodies are high up. And the camera goes all the way up and things like that, but it doesn't feel overdone. It always feels like he's telling you information you didn't know. So he always planned these shots to tell you something that you didn't know before, and to add to the suspense. So he doesn't just show off. He knows where to put show off shots so they feel part of the story. So it's a beautiful film. It's one of Schwarzenegger's best because he's kept to minimum. He's part of a team. He has a few one-liners, but most of the time he's serious, and he actually delivers what he needs to deliver. He knows what he's doing, he's trying his best here, so it actually works really well with Schwarzenegger. The team's cheesy as hell, but it's all entertaining. It's usually the right balance of cheesiness of the actors, because there's lots of wrestlers and things like that in it, as well as real actors, so they give the real actors the space, and now that the cheesier actors get to show off. And it's just fun, because it's fun enough to be enjoyable, but it's serious enough so that the threat's always there and you're always going with them. And so whenever they're being serious and trying to set traps or they're doing attacks, you're with it because the situation's always been set up. And McTiernan's always clear about why we're doing this, why we're doing that, what's the point. So the script, even though the script's very basic, it actually knows A to B to C to D, what you need to tell the story. And the Predator itself isn't seen for very often for the first 2/3 of the movie. Really, part of that was because the original creature didn't work, so they had to redesign it all. But it's also, it really works the film because they just used point of view as the alien scan. Partially it's just because the alien, the visuals with the alien split scenes are very different. So you see that, then you see the real jungle, and it creates this atmosphere of terror, there's always something going on. It's not actually a scary film, it's just a fun suspense film. And the final third's terrific. The final third's basically Schwarzenegger versus Predator, and Schwarzenegger's setting traps to the Predator. That's all it is. It's pretty much silent movie making. There's very little dialogue. It's just shot to shot to shot to shot. It's all been planned out, and it's like a masterclass on how to do a suspense sequence with some action. And I could think this film is Schwarzenegger's underdog. Very rarely he's the underdog, but in this film he's the underdog because the Predator is much more impressive than he is. So that's Predator. I don't want to go into too much about it because this is meant to be a short video and I'm going to blather on. Right, the thing about the Predator is the first film's the only time it's an actual threat. From now on, it's they try and make the Predator threatening in the sequels, but it's never quite the same because Schwarzenegger beat it. So it doesn't quite the same. Plus they have to have it in the shots and scenes more often now because we all know what it looks like. So that's the problem. So the two sequels, Predator 2 and Predators, are both fun. I mean, that's it. They're both they're B movies are lower class than the original, but they're still enjoyable as hell to watch. They're just fun to watch. There's nothing much to them, but they just deliver on what they're trying to deliver. Predator 2 is probably the better of the two, but Predators is a lot of fun as well. I mean, Predator 2 takes place 10 years after the original. It's set in Los Angeles during a heat wave. It's set in the near future, so they stylised Los Angeles, and that's one of the reasons why you should see this film in Blu-ray, because the production design and the costume design, they really go for this slightly futuristic feel, and it's all very interesting. There's lots of feeling of there's lots of like big pillars that have been stylised to make it feel much more influenced by minority cultures. And that's great because there's lots of like Colombian gangs and all these other cultures from South America coming into LA, and they affect the culture. So the clothing is very like, it feels influenced by the 1930s, but there's a lot of colour to it. So people wear formal clothes, but they're all like different sorts of like oranges and multicolour shirts and things. So it looks classical, but not at the same time, and it's really wonderful. I was surprised this wasn't ripped off more. Really, I thought the costume design would have been ripped off quite a lot, but it never really was. And they spent a lot of money on it. You can tell they spent money in this film, and all the designs and everything about it really has a beautiful sheen to it. And that's what's great about it. It's just, it looks gorgeous all the way through, and it delivers on the B movies. I mean, I saw this film when it came out in the cinema, and until I saw it on Blu-ray, I never had to see you lost a lot in like VHS and DVD because you never got the details. And I saw when I should have been studying for my exams, but I sneaked off and saw Predator 2. And but it's just fun. I mean, the kills are fun. I mean, the plot itself isn't that great. I mean, it's just Danny Glover's a cop in a gang war. Suddenly someone's killing all these gang members, which is the Predator. The Predator's interested in Danny Glover because he's the toughest cop and he wants to fight him basically. And there are various people trying to tell Danny Glover to stop doing what he's doing, and it ends up with a fight between Predator and Danny Glover. That's it. I mean, all the side characters get wiped out over time, so it becomes 1 versus 1. There's a really obvious alien influence to one of the sequences. I mean, it's not original at all. I mean, there's nothing original about the script, but it expands a bit more the Predator. Gives you the ship, gives a few more weapons, and it works. It's fun. I mean, it's just silly fun. I mean, if you're not going to do a Terminator 2 type of sequel or a Godfather 2 type of sequel where you're really being ambitious and trying something beyond the original, if you just try to do a fun rip-off of the first film, this is how you do it. You just do it as a fun movie with not much depth, but it just keeps chugging away. And I don't know how many times I've seen this film. I've seen it a lot. I mean, it's one of those films. I mean, you like the characters, but they're not that engaging. but they're still likeable because they've got likeable actors playing them. You never, the suspense is never like really suspenseful, but it's always enjoyable. The action scenes are never great, they're always enjoyable to watch. So everything's fun to watch. It's just an enjoyable film. Predators, on the other hand, is a bit more ambitious than Predator 2, but it's not as good. Mainly because the characters are less fun, really. They've good actors playing them. Walton Goggins is in it, Lawrence Fishburne's in it, Adrian Brody's the lead, Topher Grace is in it, playing a character that doesn't make any sense in the film. And that's the problem with all these actors trying to elevate these characters to make more sense than they actually do. Like, they're dropped into a planet, an alien planet. It turns out it's a planet of predators. The predators drop these killers in there to hunt them. So instead of coming to Earth, they kidnap people from Earth and drop them on this planet. That's the idea. So you can't escape from the planet, you have to just try and survive. That's the whole movie, they're trying to survive. And that's what's good about it, it's also what's bad about it, because there's no ending. It just stops. It stops when there's only 2 people left, and they've killed a few predators, but there's no actual ending. Which I think one of the things that disappointed people seeing it is like, well, where's the ending? They don't get off the planet. They're probably going to get killed 2 minutes after the movie's over, so it's kind of depressing. So none of the build up really counts for much. And it's also the problem is there's so many characters that you never really get a chance to connect with Adrian Brody as a hero character, because he plays a guy who's misanthropic and who doesn't like people, which is interesting. But they always had so many characters around him. Schwarzenegger had characters around him, but and same with Danny Glover, they had characters around him, but they were the central character, and then you went to pull everyone else back. This film, it's always cluttered with other characters, and they never really build up the lead character to be something special to against the Predator. He's always kind of in the background, so it means like when we get to the end, it's like, well, he's the last man standing, but it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I tried to do something like Alien where Ripley wasn't brought forward so early, but she was brought forward more than Adrian Brody was in this film, and it just feels underplayed. And that's the problem. That none of the action scenes are fun, but they're not really that exciting. You're usually ahead of who's going to die, and you're usually pretty sure what's going to happen next. It's really well designed. All the designs look nice. The predators themselves look nice. They've got a few hunter animals to help them on their way. But it's not that great a film. It's just an enjoyable film. It's like, but if I wanted a dumb Predator movie, I'll watch, Predator 2. If I want a good Predator movie, I'll watch Predator. This one's like the third in line. But it's so much better than the Alien vs Predator movies. This is way ahead of them. It's just, it needs an ending. I mean, they set up, they're going to steal a ship. They don't get the ship blows up, and they're stuck on the planet, and it's like, so you feel deflated that, what's the ending? The idea is they're going to keep travelling, try and find a way off the planet, but you get suspicion that they're going to die. Because they're both pretty badly injured, and they're both out of, they don't seem to have that many weapons left. It's like, well, how are you going to survive without bullets, or, where you're both struggling to survive? So it's that kind of movie where you have to forgive a lot to get something out of it. But hope you enjoyed that. That's me out with Predator 1, 2 and Predators. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the new movie that comes out, because I'm looking forward to it. Okay, this is more of a silly one than some other videos, but I thought it'd be fun to do something with Predator.